Hello everyone, welcome back to the Derail Valley, and we are in the beginning of the game and we are trying to make some money out of it. Not using any mods as such, but yes, trying to make some money. So now we are here and we need to get the one long haul on long one, which is a license kind of thing, and at the right bottom you can see. So we are trying to complete this and it has pages. So let's go to the B40 track. And first let's figure out what is a B40 track. So let's travel there. Let's see, this is another task in this game, though it's very I mean it literally creates anxiety. So this is B40 track, this one here. Okay, now I'm on this one. Let's verify the rail car numbers, at least one. So we have this 820 thing. Yes, so we not 820, CF820, and let's verify another one. After this it should be 648. Yes, we have it. So now let's figure out where our locomotive is. So I am in the search of locomotive because last time I played I don't even remember. So this is the B40. Let's remember this with the number of cars, which is long. Let's see where we are heading, taking this. So harbor and town, that's HT. So let's see where the location is. HT, we are here right now, wherein the blue icon is there. Where is HT? I think HT is okay. This is the one, harbor and town. So yes, it's HB here, which stands for harbor, and it's on the right bottom corner if you can see that. I think I can point the mouse. Yeah, this one here. So we are here, we take this route. The reason I'm doing all this is we need to figure out the where to take the locomotive as such. So we are on this track and it starts from there. So we need the locomotive right here so that we can go to HB, correct? So we need the locomotive on this track, I mean in here, looking in the forward direction, or pointing in the forward direction to be precise. And to find the locomotive, it's here, because last time I wanted to, I mean I delivered these things here and it's still turned on. Let's turn on the cab lights first and everything else is turned on. I have decoupled the cars, but trying to figure out how you can on the locomotive somehow. So basically you cannot do that. Let me see. This track here goes anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere. So what we will have to do is we will have to travel all the way there, then using a siding or sliding we'll have to come on this location. I'll have to figure out a track first. So let's go to another camera and find out. So this is the track which we need to be on, and this track is, there is no number for this track, or there might be, but it's too dark and now I cannot use my torch. So yes, I'll need to be on this track, and then we can use the reverser and then join the trains. Sounds good. Let's go there. I mean, for the first person view, let's enter to the locomotive. Let's put it back. Let's turn on the lights of the rear. Let's crank the engine, and the sound is going to be too high, of course. Let's put a bit of throttle. Let's release the handbrake. Let's travel using this, and we need to be on that track. We need to be a bit faster. Let's crank up the throttle a bit, because this is completely on the westward siding, sliding, whatever you want to call it. I'm just not able to figure out what was the word. I think it's called sliding. So we'll have to go to the main track which enters the city, which is that one ahead. This one. So we'll have to completely go to the straight line there, beyond this particular siding control, and then we can just haul in. I think we are reaching there. It's time to apply the brakes. The throttle is 0. Let's put the brakes. Let me open the control panel. brake pressure is good. Now let's put the reverser forward. The lights are automatically turned on. Let's release the brake, hit the throttle, and let's change the sliding before we are. So let's take a outer camera and figure out how this is going to be. This is straight. I need to be straight on track. So let's turn this one as well. No, turn this one straight. This is straight, and once we go there, this one is straight. So we are actually on track. It should go straight. This is the most irritating part in this game, but it just doesn't. I mean, literally, there is a lot of anxiety. We could have gone to this B40 immediately using the slidings, sorry, and connected to this, but we have to go in this direction where the locomotive is currently moving. That's the forward direction of the camera, and I don't like to push the train from behind, so because we don't have any visibility as such. So we will go here and take a sliding from here, this particular sliding here, and then we'll take a reverse. So let's increase the throttle a bit. Let's crank it up so that it reaches faster. This is the beautiful part of the game. The controls are really too good. So it's racing. Let's decrease the throttle completely and let's get the control back. Let's start applying some brakes. And now it should stop. Else it will go on the round. Let's put the throttle back. Not the throttle, the reverser to back. And before we move, we need to go on the, let me reach there using the third. There is a glitch in this game wherein the free move camera just doesn't work sometimes, so you have to go straight. Let's start moving slowly and steadily, and then we can figure out where do we need to reach. I forgot to release the brake. Let's release it, and this starts running very ferociously. So here we are going to go straight. I need to figure out there. We don't need to go straight. We actually need to change it to this, and I think this one to change it to this so that we reach the B40. Assuming that this is B40, so we are on track. So this goes on the. Hopefully we will land on the correct track, and yes. So now we can take the exterior view and enjoy the joining of the trains. Let's check the speed. It's 10 km per hour. It should always be less than 5. So this is our main brake, and this is the train brake. We'll be using this. Let's start applying it. Beautifully done. Let's go inside and do our job. Let's get down and let's finally verify whether we are connected to the correct trains or not. So it should be CFF137. CFF137. So the the bogies are correct. Now is the time to connect this particular thing, which is, I don't remember the name, and we need to tighten it as well. So once we tighten it, we need to connect the brake pipes, and they are now connected, and we need to release the brakes from here. I mean, this is the air pipe, so we have to turn this on. Now it's X, and now it's turned on. So now what happens, all the bogies will have the air passing through their brake cylinder system, and whenever we apply the train brake, we will have all the bogies stopped. When every bogie will apply the brake. Reverse are set to forward. The destination is Harbor, which is on the right bottom corner. Now let's start running. The brakes are released. Everything is saved. Let's push the throttle, and we need to only monitor the temperature here initially. Once the train is hauling, it doesn't matter much. And see, that is the buzzer of the TPM or TM. Sorry, TPM is something in the Windows. It doesn't matter for the temperature to rise at 120. Sometimes it just shorts up, so that time we have to like make sure that we turn it off and turn it back on. This is this part. The time is not correct in this thing because I started this thing in the evening and suddenly 4 hours have passed, and in reality 10 minutes have passed. So now the TPM is still at 120. The thing is, we have a long haul license. Like, there are two kind of licenses. We have the long haul one, but we do not have the license for other locomotives, so we have to use this simpler one, which is just not right. It's enjoyable. The driving here is too enjoyable, that's for sure, in this game. But yeah, the it's hard actually. You see the speed, you just cannot crank the speed up. Look at the speed, it's not even 10, and we can of course receive the speeds. Now it will be a boring long night journey looking at the stars and the beautiful land. And thankfully, the once the train passes from these slidings, they are again switched to their actual workings. And before we just move, let me check which way we are going. Let me turn on the cab light, and if it's turned on, I'm not standing. So we need to take a left. So this thing should be, let me check it once again. This is the most terrifying part. We don't need a right here. We are exactly at this location. We need to take left because it's in the inverted, presented in the inverted way. So let's push the throttle again, and hopefully it works. Let's check the sliding whether we are correct or not. And yes, we are correct. So we need to take the first left now after riding for a long time, and then a left, and then it's a straight track, and then a left, and then we will reach our actual destination. Next time I think I'll have to buy the license for the locomotives instead of this thing. And the rear lights, I need to turn them on somehow. This is completely off. How do they keep an eye on the things which they are carrying if they can't see it? I think there is a need to turn on the sander. There is a slope, I mean elevation. That's the reason the speed is absolutely abnormal or abnormally low. To crank the throttle again and push the sander so that we get passed through. Yes, now we are trying and pushing it and getting passed through, and we are riding. One thing that this game has taught me is patience, I think. You need to be way too much patient, because the sliding thing was so intimidating initially that I really felt not to play this game. But the joy of driving a train and the control, the way the controls are handled, it's quite beautiful. Let me check the map because there are a lot many slidings coming in, and we just need to be on the straight run. Okay, these are the speed limit things, and this would be automatically set for the straight route, so no worries there. So after a beautiful long journey, we have finally reached our station, and this harbor station is among the most hard one because we had our parking or sliding at D4I, and the very first one over there, which is this one, was B, and then somewhere here is C, and this one was E, and then I figured out there would be D somewhere there, and it took a lot of time. And these slidings are the most daunting ones. So what I did, I have put that part later on. So what I did is I manually went through the camera and changed the slidings to whatever I needed. So now if you see, our train will happily cruise to the actual destination or the actual track, because I've set all the slidings to the D4I tracks. So let me check here, show you. So this is the D4I track and we are just on track. But the map actually tries to show something, but it's very hard in this map to exactly find out where your track is going to be. There are these markings of, golden color, if you can see there. And the problem is you cannot zoom into the map where you want. And if I use this mouse, it doesn't like move anywhere. You just can zoom in like this. Or I don't know the controls as such. Anyways, so I figured out. So let us change the camera. So now here it will go to the right, correct? From here it will go straight, and from here it will go straight, I mean to the right to keep it straight, and in here to the left to keep it straight. And this is the D, that is delta 4I, and we will halt the train at this location. So the location is quite beautiful. We can have the view, and there is our train who is approaching slowly and steadily as usual. I've just kept the light turned on so I can figure out where the train is. And still you can see hear the squealing noise. Let's stand here and have a look. How does it look standing here as a passerby? The game is actually beautiful once you reach the station, but yeah, once I upgrade the engines, I think that time I will have more control and the jobs will be much more quicker and much more lucrative, because it has hazmat, which is hazardous material license, and military grade 123. So once we have that, I think we should be able to actually enjoy it. So that's the reason I edit all the part in between and keep it for the last, and the leaving the station and reaching the station is done beforehand. And this squealing noise of the wheels is because these curves tend to have the speed limit of like 4 km/h. So my actual 1 hour of video will go in turning a train. I'm just waiting that it approaches this particular sliding, and we have a perfect stopping barrage of, not even a barrage, like, yeah, stopping haulage of our train. So I'm out of the train now and I'm standing here. You can see the moving crane. I can run from here to there. Yeah. So let me travel there. Let's see our beautiful train coming in. This is how the sliding works. It's connected here and detached from there. So that's the reason it goes on to the straight line. Let's start running. Our train is just behind us, and from here this gets connected here and this gets detached, which is for the right hand side, and we land onto the 4I. Come on, dude. Give it a bit of throttle. At least we reach the station faster. Now I can zero it down. Let's get out again. Not handle it with that. We will have to be inside and change the camera to go outside, and then we will apply the braking and all things from here. It's a quite long train, so I think I'll have to go till the edge to make sure that it is cleared off the bogies. The last tail, I mean the tail is cleared off all the. Why did the train suddenly halt? Ah, I zeroed down the entire acceleration. So yeah, what I was saying is that we will have to let the tail pass completely from any of the slidings so that it stands on its own track. The game design is seriously way too beautiful. These containers look a bit odd or off, but yeah, other than that, so let's throttle it completely down as we are passing the sliding, and we are at 8 kilometers per hour. 6. I just hope that it passes before this. It passes the sliding. Let me push it up again. As you can see, it just halted at 3 kilometers and it wouldn't have passed the last sliding and the sliding track. So I'll have to clear that, because this game is very precise. Once I did not uncouple something, and then they said that first uncouple your train and then only you will get the acknowledgement of the delivery delivered. The squealing noise is too much. I've checked, I have not applied any kind of brakes, then to the squealing noise just does not stop. We'll have to clear it all so that the train can pass, or the other locomotive can pass. So this angle over here, I'll have to keep it clear. I can now stop the engine. Will stop automatically because there is so much heavy haul. Let's get near to the train, and actually it stopped automatically. See, perfectly stopped. Let's get inside and apply the brakes and put the locomotive's brake. Turn this off, cut the fuel off, and now let's decouple this. And a very important step, as I mentioned, you have to turn this knob off so the air from the brake pipe is not released, and then release this, and then put a handbrake on one of these so that they do not move. I put on two of these. So we have uncoupled the cars, we have done everything. Let's turn off the light. Oops. We've turned off the electricals so that the light will automatically get turned off. Now the another task, if you are not aware of this location, is to figure out where the station office is. So it's not going to be here, it's going to be somewhere in these buildings. It's a very unique building and it's similar. It's same at all the locations, not even similar. It's exactly the same at all locations, only the rooms and other things differ. But yes, it should be somewhere here. This is not the one. It's mentioned as station office or something. Nothing here. It's a one-story thing. I I think it's a one-story building. Is it here somewhere? No. These are the residences, I think. Or maybe at this location the building is just, oh nice, look at the beautiful locomotives they have. I need to get this one as soon as possible. I'm fed up with driving this thing. Okay, back to searching the building. Oh, I had high hopes about this building. Not this one for sure. This is also not the building. This is, I think, the military cargo. Yes, this is what requires a different license. So nothing here. Nothing here. Travel to this section. The building should be somewhere in between. So this is the between. I think there is a change in the building. This is not the one. It's really funny that it cannot be here. I think this might be the one. No, it's really hard to find the building. These are the houses. It's something similar to this, but this is white. It's never white. I mean, I've covered two locations. It's never white. It's always this brown kind of thing. I think let's see the map once. I think, what is this? No, even this is not the one. This is not the one. Let me go to the map again. Where is my train? It's here. Let me see the map. In the map, wherever I'm standing, it's on the curvy left hand side of the thing. So let me go there. So now it's on the curvy left hand side of this particular edge. So it should be somewhere here. And finally we found the building. Yes, so I need to be here. Remove the map. Finally I'm getting in. I'm going here. So we have done the second step. We've done third step. Third step is this one. Uncouple on the following tracks. D4I. Complete the order. Validate the order. And finally we are done with the order. And here is the money I need. Now we'll have to pay the fees as well. Okay, how do you service manually? Okay, I need to buy the licenses. What fees is pay your fees to reduce your remaining copay. When I do this, it says you could save the money on this by servicing the vehicle manually. I cannot waste this money. It's a very, I need it badly. So let's go to licenses, and it won't let me get the license. This is for used resources and locomotive damage, which is the wear and tear at the career manager. So this is the detailed itemization of the vehicle, oil and all that. Okay, before leaving, to avoid the service fee, I think I'll have to pay the service fee now. So let's pay the service. No, let's go to buying the license, and then it will ask me to, not license, sorry, the fees. Somewhere it was giving us a discount of, not even discount, but yeah, it was waiting for the copay. I will have to pay this fees. Do you have manual service? You could save money on this. Cancel to go back. And if I go to licenses, it asks me, you will have to pay the fees. Okay. And it says the same thing every. Anyways, I'll pay the fees this time. Nice work. You may now buy the new licenses. I cannot print anything. Now I need the license. I don't want the shunting license. Maybe I'll just buy it. And let's get the license. So I've got the shunting thing. Now let's, multiple units I don't want because it's expensive, but yeah, we can do long hauls. Manual service I've already, logistical haul I don't want that. I need the engine license, which is the cheapest one among them, is for 20,000. So let's buy this one. Let's burn our money, and then let's say yes to confirm. You do not have to carry this. Okay. Oh shit, this was the steam powered locomotives. I never wanted this. There's too much of code words. I wanted the diesel power, and it's 50,000 now, and I'm again poor. Forget the hazmat thing. Let's buy the logistical haul. Concurrent orders one in order to, let's see the, how much money do I have? 23,000. So if I buy the concurrent orders, I cannot have. Fine, let's try this sometime later. So that's all in this video though. Thank you for watching.